Hey, baby. Okay, so what is today? Saturday, May 31st. And today is yeah, it's still happening right now. It's like midnight 30. But, so tonight is Relay for Life. And I'm 19. It's not like I'm not supposed to go, but I'm not supposed to go, because I didn't sign up to go. But I went anyway. I got there around like 9 o'clock. It was good. Um, I've been gone for like 9 months, and I got to see all of the friends that I haven't seen. Um, I got to hang out with a lot of people. I got to catch up with a lot of people. I saw some of the kids from my graduating class. It was a good time. Um, so about like half an hour ago, like at midnight, I decided that it was time for me to go home because I'm like, the last time I stayed there all night long, it was terrible. I I didn't sleep because Relay for Life lasts all night long. So when I stay up for like 24 hours, I start having trouble staying awake, and I had to drive home like that, and I was driving on the wrong side of the road like half of the night. It was terrible. Like, there was a red light I had to wait for, and I was like, this is the longest red light of my fucking life. So I decided that I was gonna go home. I wasn't even supposed to be there in the first place. So when I'd gotten there at like 9 o'clock, which I was supposed to actually have left by then, that's like when the visiting hours are over, when everyone is supposed to leave unless you signed up to stay. I got there right at that point. Yeah, so I get there at 9 o'clock, and it's easy getting in. There was no security. It was literally like Assassin's Creed level 1, I swear to God. There was like no security, there were no guards, there was nothing to stop me from coming in, no warning signs at all. I was just like, I'll just stay as late as I want. Anyway, so yeah, I get there, there's no security, and I stay for until about midnight. I had a lot of fun. I got to do the Luminaria walk, which is when people remember the cancer patients who've died and people who have cancer now. And it was really inspiring. And me and my friend Julia had like a friendship moment. Like, we walked around the entire track together, and I gave her a hug. And then I called her gay. Because me and her were making gay jokes, which, for those of you who don't know me, I'm not like, I don't find that, I do find that funny. That was going to be a lie. So around midnight, I decided that I was going to leave. By this time, I didn't know it, but they'd tightened security. There were police officers fucking everywhere. At my old high school, they have these like people they hire to just harass kids, like all the bad kids who kind of just break the rules. But no, these days they're all like, everybody's going to fucking stay in line. Which is weird because Relay for Life is usually a kind of like, it's chill. It's like, let's be people. But no, they decided that they were going to tighten security. And I didn't know. But I should have known because they closed all of the gates but one. What they did was, the stadium is it's obviously it's like an oval, and there are two exits, because to like I want to say like the north side of the stadium, it's like there's a highway on that side, so you can't exit. There's nothing over there. So there are two gates. There's these big gates that, like, like cars and, carts can come through. And then there are the little gates that people are supposed to come through. Like the fancy gates with like Tosa West written in a big, thing on it, on like giant pillars. So it's like everyone can see it. And then there's our little mascot up there. the worst mascot ever. It's the Trojan. And so what they had done is they closed the big cart gates. So that's how I came in, but so I can't go out that way now. And there's like police standing outside of those gates. So even if I had decided to climb over the gates, I couldn't have. So my only option left was the little tiny gates that they only had one open of. They had one side closed and one side open. And then they had this like powwow of like moms sitting outside the gate just to like monitor who comes in and leaves, which I thought was pretty dumb. At least half of those moms were people the school hires to just harass kids. Like the kids who stay in the library after school because they can't go home, the school hires these people to kick them out. Like that is the kind of people I had to pass through to leave. So I am coming out the gate, and I get out the gate, but then one of the moms is sitting in her chair like, sweetie, honey, sweetie. So I'm like, I'm 19 years old. This lady cannot be talking to me. Like, it did not register in my brain that this lady was talking to me. And so this lady's just sitting there like, sweetie, honey, where are you going? I'm going home. I'm sorry, sweetie, we're going to have a call from your parents before we can let you leave. I'm 19. I'm 19 years old. Sorry, sweetie, but we have to have confirmation from your parents that they know you're coming home. Sweetie, did you sign the permission slip to come here? No. Oh, well, then you shouldn't have come anyway. So I was just kind of like, bye. And then I left. What I have learned from this is remembering that high school, like, supervisors are, like, the most, I almost want to say, like, corrupt people. Even though they're not technically corrupt, they're just doing their job. High school supervisors do not do things for kids. They do them for the school. Like, the things they do for the school. Like, kicking the kids out of the library who can't go home. Like, kids who have to wait for the bus do not get to wait inside the school. They have to leave. I remember a couple times, me and my girlfriend at the time, we would sit on the couches, and my brother and his friends are kind of wild. They would get kicked out, so we would get kicked out. We're not even sitting near them. We're sitting on the couches on, like, the other side of the library. So that is what I've learned from this experience. It was terrible. It was stupid. And I'm kind of ticked off that I was being harassed by old ladies. Granted, I shouldn't have been there, but I was glad I did. I got to hang out with my friends. I got to see people that I missed. I got to celebrate the life of people who've gone on and celebrate the strength of people who fight cancer. I shouldn't have come.